In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a rear spoiler that is going to be uh, mounted to the rear of the trunk using adhesive tape. This is a 2014 Q50. I bought this ABS spoiler from eBay. So it is the Sports Edition spoiler. The back side has tape on it, as you can see. So it's a double-sided tape. Just to quickly go over the basic steps, you want to use dishwashing soap to clean the surface. That's going to make sure that all of the grimes and all of the oils and come off of the paint, and that also that if there's any wax on the vehicle, it also takes that off. Once we've done that, we will dry up that area, and then what we'll do is we'll come back and use rubbing alcohol and clean the surface that the tape will touch so that we can get proper bondage. Once I've cleaned it all up, then I'm going to set up the spoiler on the backside of my vehicle, mock it up to where I want it to be set, and then I will mark the corner locations here using masking tape on both ends. Once I've done that, then when it's time for me to go ahead and install it on the vehicle, I won't have to figure out if the unit is aligned or not. When I did test fit this piece before I started, I noticed that it had a slightly more bow in it. And generally when you install these things, you undo the tape on one side and then you hold it up against the body of the vehicle, and then you slowly pull the tape as you apply pressure. So this way you install it from one side going to the other. However, because of that bow, what I'm going to do here differently is I'm going to cut the tape in the middle and I'm going to strip it from the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply pressure in the middle and then pull the tape out, the backing out, and then install it from the center outward. And I'm going to do the same thing, center outward. And then I'm going to use some masking tape to hold it in place with pressure. When you do install this stuff, you want to make sure that the vehicle is not cold, because if the surface is cold, you know that you're not going to have good bonding. So what I've done here is I've set up my halogen lamps. So it has heated up the body. It took like 15 minutes to do that. Both the spoiler and the body is now warmed up. The best thing is to leave your car out in the sun. It's great this way. The whole body heats up. You want to do that in this, when the temperatures are out in the low 60s. High 60s to in the 70s at least. But it's cold outside for me. And the other thing that you want to do is you want to avoid having it go through rain for the first 24 hours. So this is the weekend has started, so I'm going to leave the car inside for the next 24 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting up my rear spoiler so that I can mark off the corners. Once I've done that, I'll show you the steps in between so that you're able to follow them as well. Okay, I've got the spoiler mocked on. You can see this is kind of how I marked the end. So you can see that it's right up against the edge, marked off the corner, and I marked off the side with the tape. The main thing I did is I wanted to make sure that this was centered because this is the thing that's going to be the most visible. And then what you want to do is, while you're doing that, you also mark off the other end as well. And as you can see, then I won't have to worry about how to reposition this once I remove it to start peeling the tape. The other thing that I did here is you can go ahead and put tape anywhere along the length, and then you take a ruler and you mark a line straight. So this way you will know how to position this in this direction as well. The ends would tell you, but then this is just another indicator for you to know where to install it. And as you can see, the installation is done so that this lip is higher than the top of the spoiler. Just wanted to show that view to you so you can see what that looks like. So the next thing is I'm going to start peeling away the ends of the tape. As I said earlier in the video that I was going to start from the center, I'm taking that back. I'm going to start off from the ends and then pull the tape off towards the middle. So let me get the surface, the back side of the tapes started. All right. So what I've done is I've started to peel the ends of the tape, and then you just tape it up on top, or you tape it to the bottom side, depending on where the tape is. I've got the middle one started as well, and we've set up the tops right here. So one last time, I've wiped the whole surface with rubbing alcohol one more time. And the other thing I did is I used a heat gun, one of these, to kind of warm up the surface on the tape and the body. And when I put my hand up against it, it's kind of ever so slightly warm. It's pretty much room temperature. So we are ready to go and install the tape, install the rear spoiler. So quickly, we're gonna reset this spoiler where it needs to go. The ends are going to be sticky, but we're not going to push in. We're going to get it to the correct position, and then we're going to push in from one side, and then I'm going to start pulling the tape from one side to the other. Obviously, this tape here, the lower portion, will come out and stop. I will then have to do this one, and then I will have to go to the other side and then pull that one. But the upper tape, I can pretty much go from one side all the way to the other end. And then I'll take off the big piece at the end on the other side when I get there. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from the right side and go towards the left. You can always start in the other direction as well. So let me get this started and installed. Okay, so I've got the adhesive protection tape all peeled off. You can see it on the ground. We pretty much started on this side and worked our way to the right side of the vehicle. As you can see, I left the tape on in the center. And most importantly, this is centered. You do have to realize that these units are made aftermarket, so hence you are going to see some uneven edges. So in order for me to get the center centered on the Infiniti emblem, this is closer to the right, the driver's side of the vehicle than it is on that side. It's probably about an 1/8 inch more than the other side. But like I said, the key is to center it on the emblem because that will be the most noticeable item. And as you can see, the top is ever so slightly higher, and as it goes towards the end, it kind of levels off. So I've gone ahead and pushed on the bottom surfaces, the top surfaces, everything is secure. Now I'm going to go ahead and secure this in multiple places using the blue masking tape. So basically put the strip down to this point, have the extra hanging out, push this in, and then cinch it down. That's basically it. So this completes the install of the rear spoiler on a Q50. It looks pretty decent actually. Turned out pretty well. You will have some color variance only because when you have a metal part versus a plastic part, they do look different. So even in different angles in the sun, you'll notice that your front bumper is slightly different too. But right now it looks the same. And that's about it. It's pretty much as simple as this. So hopefully this video has helped you see how simple it is to install and that you can do it yourself. You do not need professional help to do this. Let me know if there's any questions. I'll do my best to answer them in a timely fashion. If you like the video, give it a thumb up and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.